ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. I'm not saying it's instantaneous, okay? It's not instantaneous. If you stop not chasing the narcissist, it's not instantly gonna happen. But I'm telling you, if you stop chasing the narcissist, stop calling their phone, stop pursuing them, they're gonna get curious. And the thing is, I will warn you, you actually don't want them to get curious and come back to your life. You really, really don't. Okay? Because they're gonna come back with a vengeance. They're gonna come back and try and mess up your life and destroy your life. Okay? So get the idea of you living happily ever after with them out of your mind. I'm sorry for the harsh truth, but I have to keep it real. Get rid of that fantasy if you have it in your mind. That's still the lingering shared fantasy that you and the narcissist that was involved in your life did have. And they were part of that fantasy too. They saw you as a lifelong partner. They saw you as someone, they saw a vision with you. They did. But now they've crossed the line. They become abusive. They unmasked. They've crossed the line. You can't tolerate that. If you let them back into your life now, okay, imagine if you chase after them, you might be saying, hey Zion, like I've tried to reach out to them, I've tried to talk to them, I've tried to message them, they're blasting me, they're ignoring me, they're not being coherent, whatever. Like, if for example there's a reason, and it's only a theory, I only can say it's a theory, but I believe there's a specific reason why you're met with resistance and denial from the narcissist, because it's actually for your benefit. Because I'm telling you, if they were to willingly accept you back into the relationship on your ask, on you trying to reconcile with them, and they let you back in the relationship, it's going to be on certain terms. And that means the abuse is going to be a lot worse. It's going to hit higher heights, and they're going to become a lot more destructive towards you and have a lot more control over you. So it's actually a real blessing if any of you have been in that situation where you have reached out to the narcissist and they've denied you. It's actually a blessing, and I'll tell you a bit more about that now. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. It's actually a blessing. Honestly, I think, from my analysis, I believe that God or the universe, whatever your belief system is, the positive force out there, there's a force out there, okay? No one can deny that. There is a positive force out there. It causes them to deny you. It causes them to lose sight of reality. Okay, so they don't often see your worth initially when they go. Okay? And that gives you time to go through the grieving process of feeling like you've lost someone, feeling like you've lost a loved one, going through the hate phase. And you go through all these phases, okay? And if you implement stopping chasing, okay, stop reaching out to them every month or on their birthday or anything like this, or holiday times, Christmas, whatever, you don't reach out to them, you leave them be, okay? There is a shift that will take place energetically, and they will begin to get curious of why you haven't reached out. And this is why if you do reach out, it just resets that time, okay? It just resets that time. That, how can I put it? Like, if they see you reach out, even if they ignore you, believe me, they see the message or stuff like that, right? Or the missed call or whatever, right? Or the notification on social media. They see these things. And they'll move further away from you, basically. They'll move further away from you, and you need to begin that journey of going in your own direction. Don't chase them. You cannot chase these parasites, honestly. Don't only solely do it to get a reaction from them. I would advise you, don't solely like go on this journey of going in your own direction not to get a reaction from them, sorry. I can understand that being part of your mindset at the initial days, but that will pass. And it's more about you finding yourself and filling yourself with self-love and going on your own journey and processing these emotions That's what's important. And that's the main reason why you go on your own journey and you stop pursuing them. Please, none of you that have reached out to them and regret it so much, because I know there must be some of you that regret reaching out to the narcissist so much. Be thankful you did, okay? That's the good nature in you. You wasn't as awake as you are now, okay? And you wanted to reconcile with someone who was an important part of your life. It's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. If that was a decent person, they would have met you halfway. They would have sat down and talked to you, or given you some response back, or given you some closure. These narcissists deliberately ignore you, deliberately ghost you, deliberately abandon you, deliberately be rude to you, call you all the names under the sun, so you stay stuck and unable to move past them. Okay, that's what their aim is for you. But if you take this advice, you stop chasing them, you go in your own direction, you start filling that space you have in your life now, that void, that emptiness, that space, that same space, that emptiness and void that's actually currently possibly making you feel lonely or making you feel upset and sad. That void, that emptiness that you have is actually preparation for what you are gonna plant for your life in the future, okay? And it will grow ripe fruits, and it will grow into fruition, okay? And you'll have a garden, okay? You've got a peaceful, tranquil garden around you now of space. That's what you need. They're very imposing, narcissists, okay? They're very imposing. They take over your whole life. So yes, when you break free from them, you have so much time on your hands. Like, you can count the ticks by the clock. It's like tick, tick, tick. You see the sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Days are passing, days are passing. It's hard. It's hard. Going through that with the narcissist involved in your life, it's hard. Okay? But that emptiness in that space is actually is your medicine. It's actually your garden. It's actually your therapy. It's actually your sanctuary. It's actually what you're gonna build on for your future. Okay? Just the one component that you have to do is stop chasing them and go in your own lane, go in your own direction, and everything will go into fruition in your own life for your benefit. Okay? And these narcissists will get curious. They'll begin they'll be curious, why haven't you reached out? Why haven't you done this? Then they start popping back up. This is what happens. I've heard countless testimonies from victims of narcissistic abuse who I've spoken to. I see it in the comment section. When you go in your own direction, that's when they pop up. They'll do some weird shit. They'll do a fake profile. They'll call you. They'll say you left something at their house. They'll do all of these hoovers. They'll drive past your house. They'll do all of these things. That's when they start coming. Okay? And I'm warning you, you actually don't want that. Because they're obsessed, they're deranged, they're never going to forget you, okay? It's actually quite alarming that these narcissists are so obsessed with the chosen one, empath and genuine soul. It is very alarming. And this is why I'm saying, don't go into this pursuit of going in your own direction and like, don't continue in this pursuit, sorry, I should say, of going in your own direction, not chasing them just for a reaction, okay? You're not baiting them for a reaction. You're not trying to get a reaction from them. You're being sincere. You're going in your own direction now because you've door slammed, bolted and welded it shut. You're going in your own direction now and not chasing them because you know that it's not in your interest to try and reconcile with them any longer. It's not, you're going to reach that point when you don't want them back. You're going to reach indifference. You're going to reach and you're going to grow and develop and become a new version of yourself. That's what's ahead of you. Okay, it's a very life transformation. I can't even say the word transformational. It's a huge transformation in your life once you go through narcissistic abuse and you go in your own lane and go in your own direction. You change radically. You change radically. And I know it might not seem like it now, but ground is being covered and stuff is happening. And I want you to focus on these small things that you see in your life, certain perks or benefits that you're seeing in your life that wouldn't have manifested or wouldn't have happened had this narcissist been in your life. And they're the things to hold firm to. They're the things that are, they're your signs that you're going in the right direction. Okay, and more of them will come, and then you'll get to see the whole picture when you travel down this road of healing and self-love. Okay, so really think about what I've said. I promise you, they get curious. They start reaching out. They start popping up. when you stop chasing them. All of you, stop chasing them from today. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to book a one-to-one session myself, you can find a link in the description box below. If you would like to donate or support to the channel, you can also find the link in the description box below. And lastly, if you'd like to check out the spiritual channel, I post on there quite frequently. The link for that channel is also in the description box below. So anyway, I'll be back on a video soon. Peace.